Time for a financial reset. Here's my 6-step financial reset routine. This is what I do to reset financially. Number 1 is reviewing the past year. So look back at your past year, money-wise, financially, and think what went well, what didn't go well, and what you can improve on. So on what went well, say, did your savings grow? Did you continue or increase your contributions to investment accounts or retirement accounts? Did you learn more about financial literacy? Did you see your net worth increase? Remember to celebrate any progress, small wins, all add up. That's good. Next, look at what went wrong. Were you overspending? If you were overspending, did you identify any triggers that trigger you to overspend? Are you emotionally spending? Or were there unexpected expenses? Were there expenses there and things that came out of your control, or were they in your control? And how can you plan for these better? So what can you improve on? Are there any actions you can take to improve next year? Perhaps you're overspending your online shopping. So in this case, you could look at deleting any saved credit card details that you have online to reduce any impulse shopping. Make it a bit harder for yourself to buy online. Also, when I sit down to look at my finances, I use a financial health checklist, as I call it. So I basically started writing down a list of everything that I do to review my finances, and it came to about 4 pages. 4 pages of action items and things to review my finances. So I'll link what I use below if you're interested. Number 2 is setting clear, actionable goals. It sounds simple. Everyone talks about goal setting, but it is so important. Like, what are your goals? If you don't know where you're going, it's like you're directionless. So what I like to do is I like to set specific financial goals in the short term and in the long term. So say in the short term, it might be saving X amount for, like, it could be like a holiday or something like that. And then a long-term goal could be something more like looking at saving for a house deposit, house down payment, or building another income stream. Maybe you want to start something on the side. Then for each of these goals, I break them down into little, smaller, simpler steps. So for example, if you want to save £10,000 or euro, break that down into what you could save per month or per week. Also, I look at tying like financial goals to life goals. So say if I want to travel more, which is like say a life goal, then I can look at having a travel fund and then setting aside money every now and again to this travel fund, so that when I do want to travel or the opportunity comes along, I have that money already there set aside. And you can do that for anything. Like, I know some people that do that for concerts, like they have like a kind of concert or music festival fund, and so they continue to save into that fund, and then whenever there's a cool concert that they want to go to, it's never impacting their budget as much because they already have money set aside. Number 3 is organizing your finances. This sounds so simple and basic, but sometimes the best things are simple. So simplify and declutter. The organizing is like gathering all the important documents in one folder, whether that's physically, like bank statements and bills and all that, or digitally. So take all your bank statements, investment records, tax filings, insurance policies, everything to do with your finances, and put them in one place. Next, tidying up your accounts. So this is closing any old unused accounts, cancel unused credit cards that you don't need, cancel subscriptions you don't need or you're not using or haven't looked at in a while. Even organizing the apps on your phone. So like you can create like a finance folder. That's what I do. Create a folder in your phone where you can put all your financial apps, like your budgeting trackers, banking apps, anything financial. You can group them all into one folder. It makes it easy for me to know where everything is, and it just keeps everything in one place. Whether it's like I have folders for all the finance stuff or in my phone and I just organize all the apps. Makes it so much easier for me, so thought I'd share that one. Then number 4 is creating a budget, or if you already have a budget, revise the budget. So a budget for me helps me to stay on track, keeps me consistent, keeps me accountable as well. Say like I started the year saying, okay, I want to hit these goals, have a budget for it. Did I stay on track with that? Did I actually do that? Did I not? Why did I stick to it, or why did I not stick to my budget? So I find that budgeting helps me stay accountable. Like to get started, like you can map out like what are your fixed expenses that you know happen every month, like your basic living costs, and then you can plan for any other type of discretionary expenses like entertainment, concerts, all that sort of stuff. Then every now and again you can just review the budget and you can adjust it. Budgets can also be flexed a bit depending, because everyone's life also changes, their lifestyle changes. So it's okay to change your budget, just review it, put it in your calendar so you know, okay, I'm going to set some time aside now to just look at my budget and check everything's okay. Next is have a financial strategy. If you don't have a financial strategy, just create one, right? So on strategy, first you can decide where to focus your energy. That's what I mean by financial strategy. So I see it like there are 3 key areas. Like you can either save more, spend less, or earn more. Or you can do all of these 3 things. But in my opinion, if you're just starting out and you're overwhelmed with your finances, you don't know what to do with money, just focus on one. Focus on either saving more, spending less, or earning more. On saving more, that can look like, you can automate your savings to make that a bit more smoother. You can negotiate your bills down, find discounts, just anything that you need to do. On spending less, that can look like, auditing your subscriptions. Are there any subscriptions that you don't need? Even unsubscribing from like marketing emails. Or if you're spending so much on food, why not meal prep? I know it sounds so basic. Like, these sound incredibly basic and very much like common sense, but sometimes you just need that little reminder. Even you might already know these things, you might be doing these things, but sometimes you just need someone to tell you, this is what you need to do, XYZ. Next, if you want to take your financial strategy further, especially on your investment side, you can look at diversification. You can look at how you're spreading your risk. You can look at how diversified your portfolio is across different regions, countries, industries, that kind of thing. And the next step is to prioritize financial education. This is my favorite point to talk about. I can talk about this all day. So build an education, build your financial knowledge, carve out time to learn about money. Like, being financially literate opens doors and makes you more confident with money. I always say that the more you educate yourself, the more knowledge you have, and the more knowledge you have, the more financial confidence you have, and the more financial confidence you have, the easier it becomes to start making financial decisions that really resonate with you. How to learn about money has never been easier in this day and age, I think, because there's so many books or industry experts on YouTube, different podcasts with experts talking about, their experiences, whether that's investing, budgeting, just personal finance in general. Or you watch YouTube channels like this from people that have been in the industry. Now, if you want to learn more about personal finance, and if you want a step-by-step list on personal finance areas that I think people need to learn about, let me know in the comments and I can make a whole video. I could really make a whole list on, okay, if you're starting from zero, you need to learn about XYZ. There's so many things to learn. There's so many things to learn, and it's so fun. I love it. Remember to keep this whole financial reset process simple and manageable for you. Like, you don't need to aim for perfection here. Just focus on the progress for now. Also, remember, financial reset isn't just about numbers. It's also about where you're focusing your energy. Where is your time going? Building really good habits, money-wise. Even your psychological, mental health when it comes to money. To me, a financial reset is effectively, how do I align my finances with my life goals? It's okay to start small. You can take it one step at a time. Just let's make this year your best financial year yet. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow for more on how you can master your money and energy.